last we left off, you guys had finally made your way to Troll Skull Manor, and more specifically, Troll Skull Alley. Checked out a couple of the buildings, more specifically one where you were greeted by Fala, the owner of the
Wasn't it Liv?
Herbalists. Sorry?
I thought it was Liv. Liv is somebody else.
We'll get to him. Fala, the owner of the Herbalist, talked with you guys and gave you little bits and pieces of information about Troll Skull Manor, where you guys are currently. How just, people have seen strange things, basically hearsay and rumor as far as she was concerned, or they were concerned, rather. At which point you guys made your way over there and encountered a rather unfriendly poltergeist who decided to start throwing stools and various other pieces of broken furniture at you guys, making a hasty retreat and eventually coming back in posing as patrons. After figuring out exactly who this was, you guys managed to seem to have a uneasy peace with this entity that is currently inhabiting this place, whether through ill fortune or through just a very close attachment to this place. Is hard to say. But you guys managed to figure out a way to calm it down and seem to understand that it's not necessarily here to harm you as it is just attached to this place. At which point, I believe you guys had planned on eventually figuring out how to fix this place up sooner or later. And went upstairs and rested for the night, where, luckily for you, nothing eventful happened. At which point you all wake up and you are left to your devices for the day.
So the last time I came down here, right at the start, I think it was Thunder's night shift of guard.
I went first.
Thunder went first. And then I believe it was Torin, then Theory, and then I believe finally our friend Ivar. I believe that was the order.
Okay, so Ivar
and you slept upstairs just like a log.
Yeah, but I came down at the end of the 6 hours, and I'm gonna. I can't leave the house before the 8 hours are done, right? I can't leave early in the morning. Is what I'm asking.
Technically, you could, yes. The long rest is you are required 6 hours of rest and then 2 hours of light activity to qualify as a light or as a long rest. Light activity is kind of ambiguous, like reading, or I could say, honestly, walking around is not too stressful, but doing it for too long of a period probably would. So
yeah, traveling.
If you're just going to be like walking around the house, that's not really something too stressful. But if you're going to be leaving the house and traveling like a significant distance, then yes, it would be something that you would have to wait until you finish your long rest for.
I'm gonna sit with Ivar. So I saw them and I asked if this is where they all slept because I didn't know. And I'm gonna turn to Ivar and say, "So it's your turn to stand guard."
Yes, I've been ready to stand guard here for a while.
Do you mind if I sit with you?
Oh, that's fine.
And I'm gonna join the guard. I'm not gonna initiate conversation, but if Ivar wants to do it.
So, what do you think about this ghost?
I hate ghosts. Can't stand them. But you guys decided to, yeah.
He seems not the aggressive type.
I don't know about that, and I'm gonna touch the bump in the back of my head because of the stool that I got when I called him a bastard.
Well, what I mean is, he's got a purpose, and we might be able to help him with that.
That sounds fair enough. I figured setting this place up for some business activity is the least we could do for the ghost, I suppose.
Yeah, it seems he's not hostile for pure hostility's sake.
I'll never trust an undead on that one, but I'll trust you if you say that.
So what do you think about tomorrow? I'm thinking we should go fetch some booze, restock the cellar, and get this place up and running.
Yeah, I'm heading down to the yawning portal, check on Niagara. If anybody's going down there to check on booze, to get booze, I could tag along.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you? Is there anything else you guys want to do during your 2 hours approximately of your shift?
That's
Before you
about
guys
all
would
I
be
can
all
think
awake?
of.
Okay. So if that's the case, 2 hours pass, and the end of your watch and the end of your long rest finish up as everybody slowly starts coming to consciousness. Theory in particular gets up rather quickly and starts gathering up his stuff. And
You're in a hurry to leave? If I notice it, I'm gonna ask.
I figured it would be best if I head off and get some tips from my folks. After all, they already run a business. I'm sure we could use some advice for starting up our own, right? And this would be a good rite of passage for me.
Well,
Before you
good
head
luck on
out,
your journey. It sounds like a good thing to do.
do you remember where Frank said he was based out of? Is that his name? Frank?
Frank.
His father?
The cart driver.
Oh, the
cart driver. The cart driver was Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy. My bad.
How could you forget?
I'm so sorry.
I don't believe he ever actually said specifically where he was based out of, just out of the trade ward.
Mm.
So if you guys want to look for him, you probably could find him, but based on the fact that he was doing more evening deliveries, he may be still sleeping. You have no idea.
Fair enough.
But Theory gets up after packing up his stuff and heads out the door.
Take care of yourself, little boy. I know he's not a boy, but like he's young and short, so young for me.
So there we go. That is the way I could get him out of the story.
How much shorter even is he than you?
He's, I believe,
A
let me
foot
double
in
check
something. Yeah, I'm like, I'm
What are
almost
you again?
5. I'm 4'9", I think. Let me
Yeah,
check.
he's like a full foot and a half shorter than you.
Yeah. But
God
it's more the
damn.
age thing that
Yeah.
There's a scale difference. Like if we all stand side by side, we'll look like the signal bars on a phone.
we do.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
The tabaxi at the top where the halfling's at the bottom.
Is the dragonborn not taller?
I don't know. How tall are you?
6'4".
6'7". Okay.
Yeah.
With the
And then
horns.
the human's
or
probably
without them?
6 feet.
Without the horns.
Oh. You should count the horns. Like,
Horns are
Well,
cheating.
not every dragonborn has horns.
That too.
they don't?
No.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
Okay.
sure it can be a racial trait, but no.
because it's the helmet then.
Google
Marty doesn't have
searching
the avatar on.
dragonborn.
you're right.
Oh, you're gonna
none
get
of-
just Skyrim.
None of these image results have horns actually.
Yeah, but his helmet, Marty's helmet has a horns, and
Well,
that's why
that's
I was
definitely
talking-
not his height. His helmet.
I know, but I didn't know if it was like it could be a thing. I don't know. Could be his own horn.
They are optional.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're
But-
an extra, paid extra. DLC.
Regardless,
TLC
Theory has
cosmetics. The microtransaction horns.
Also, I will throw this out at you guys. Everybody make a perception check here real quick for me.
Active perception.
Yes, active
My
perception.
least favorite.
I'm sleepy apparently.
bad at everything.
Oh my god.
So, Ivar, you hear the patter of what sounds like paws on wood approaching.
Sometimes it just feels like the top half of the dice doesn't exist.
Something's coming.
I'm gonna be on the lookout, and Can I make another check to see if I see it, or
Nope,
is it? I can't see it.
You're listening out for it, and despite him saying it, he's just there's a lot of old wood creaking and there is still a bit of ember still in the fireplace that's still crackling. You don't really hear
Mhm.
anything.
I can't hear anything. What is it?
It does sound like it's coming
hear-
from.
Footprints.
I'm gonna stand on guard, and I'm gonna enter the room and see where everybody else is.
Okay. Is this door currently open or closed, by the way, guys? Would you
I
have
didn't
closed
close
during
it.
the night? You did not
I
close
came in. No,
Which
Okay.
are you talking about the balcony door?
no,
No, I'm
this
talking
door
about this
here.
door right here.
The interior door.
So it is currently open.
Yeah, I think it'd be open from when Paradin came in.
Okay.
Mhm.
So about 10 or 15 seconds later, you see what looks like seems to be a fairly normal cat walk into the room and walk right up to Torin and sit down right in front of him. This is very familiar to you, Torin.
Okay.
So would you even call it a familiar?
That's amusing, but no. It doesn't take long. Once the cat sits down, all of you hear this. It's strange seeing this little stray-looking cat open its mouth, and instead of a meow coming out, you hear a melodious male voice. To be specific, it says, "Interested in joining the Emerald Enclave? Come meet us at Falconmere in the Southern Ward."
It's
which
those
point-
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
At which point, the cat closes its mouth, shakes its head, and dashes out and jumps off the balcony from the second floor down to the ground floor
Cute kid,
wait,
he's
wait,
going
wait.
places.
and runs off through the alley.
Can you Sorry. Go ahead.
So, sorry, what were you saying?
I cut Keith off.
I was just saying, cute kid, he's going places.
Did you all see what I saw?
I did not note down what he said though. So would we know what it is?
The Emerald
that seems
Veil? Is that what it said?
The Emerald
Emerald Veil.
Enclave.
Enclave.
Oh, Emerald.
I've encountered too many Emerald Veils in my life.
Everybody make a history check except for Torin.
Because he just knows.
Okay. Ooh, I rolled a 20.
Okay. -1, of course.
Of course, I'm really bad.
Okay, so Paradin, you've heard of the Emerald Enclave, and you know enough about it to know pretty much exactly where they're talking about. They are a group who seek to preserve the balance, both in nature and otherwise, within Waterdeep and the surrounding area.
I guess they
Oh,
lost.
interesting.
Generally speaking, they usually seek out clerics, druids, or rangers
Yeah.
to join them and essentially assist with anything that they can around this place.
Given the size of the city, I feel like they already lost.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Emerald Enclave. They're here in the city. They're a group of goody two shoes, let's put it like that. Although I do, out of character, I do know that's not the case. I'm saying it. I understood what you meant, Effie, but because they would be more towards the chaotic neutral or true neutral alignment.
Do bad
Probably
people
true
not
neutral,
wear
yeah.
shoes?
No, they like to. I'm gonna take it seriously of that, and I'm gonna explain. They try to preserve the nature, the neutrality in the world and nature, and I've had a few run-ins with them over my years. Have you? I'm gonna turn to Torin because I know they prioritize clerics.
Kind of sneering at you. Goody two shoes is a bit of an oversimplification of their cause.
I'm sure it is, and I'm gonna smile at you as I say that.
Now, again, keep in mind, it's not just nature that they seek to preserve balance with. It's just balance in general.
Oh, okay.
Are they acrobats?
Yeah, okay. I didn't.
Wow.
Come to the Enrolled Enclave. Enjoy our acrobatic specials.
Wee.
Jeez. Also, while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and get this going.
Oh yeah, Cirque du Waterdeep. Yeah.
So the subtext here, so that to clarify what I meant or why I'm smiling though, and I think Marty gave the perfect answer for that. Is that because they're the balance, they're sort of in the center. I project a little bit of my own morality or my character's morality, because they're attacking me from the center and attacking me, I suppose. They come at my own morality from the center. They also come at Torin's morality from the center. So it's an interesting thing that he also doesn't think they're good at your shoes, even though it's true, they're not.
It's like you both lump in this organization with the other's morality, basically, because it's not yours.
But from completely different sides, because I'm sort of opposite of, well, not really completely opposite of Torin, but
centrism.
so, yeah, basically. And that's why I was smiling, because like it works for, it's like a bridge between my character and Torin.
In this case, quite literally, yes, because it is within one step of your alignment.
Yeah.
A bridge. A bridge implies significantly more camaraderie than you're getting at.
I mean, you guys literally have fought and bled together, so I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for Marty's character, but I think Torin is like specific. I'm not gonna say anybody else because I need to think, but for Torin, I think my character has a specific closeness, I suppose, in terms of just, even though morally speaking, just from the alignment system, we're not in the same square. I think there's something shared there. This is out of character.
Yeah, I mean, Torin doesn't have any obvious reason to think you particularly evil, right? He doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't have any.
Yeah, I was gonna say
any reason to grudge.
You guys just aren't inconvenient for each other yet.
Yeah.
Keep in mind too, your alignment does not bind you in any way, shape, or form to act in any specific way. It is just, generally speaking, your character,
unless you're a paladin,
not necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, paladins are a
even
little
then,
strange in that. Even then, yeah, you can still bend your morality, so to speak. It's just
the problem. My problem is that I make
essentially.
Yeah, I know that's the case, but like my issue, or my character in specific, is that I made his morality very specific and outside of the traditional, chaotic, neutral, awful, and good and evil situation. So I just thought up a character, and then I tried to fit it inside of that scheme. And I know it's going to create problems if we go too far into that morality and the debate that and start to think about it. Because my morality is constricted to a character that I made, but it's not constricted to the whole, it's not what you're saying, basically.
The funny thing is that even though you're fucking evil,
I am.
Marty's character might have more trouble with mine than yours.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with...
Because the only thing worse than evil might be chaotic.
Here's the only thing between evil versus good kind of deal. Because a lot of people don't seem to realize, like, for example, bounty hunters are lawful evil by the definition of D&D, in the sense that they are willing to... They still have a strict code, but they're willing to bend the rules to get their quarry. So it's one of those things that you really have to be careful with, and don't necessarily just stick to, oh well, I'm evil, so I'm just going to, murder, death, kill, etc. It really is lawful, a lot more broad than that.
Yeah, I suppose you could murder, death, kill, and still be lawful, but it would need to create like a really solid backstory as to make it obvious why that would be. you'd need to basically twist the whole thing to make it work, because at the end of the day, it's mostly about. It's not really. At least in my opinion, of course, it's not about not so much what you think, but rather, it's not so much about what you do, but rather how you think about it. And I think that works better, even specifically when you start talking about character arcs. Because imagine like somebody's lawful good, and they just do all the wrong things, and they just go about it really badly. Somebody comes along and be like, hey, that's not how you are lawful good. Let's be lawful good better. And then they have a character arc that they become better lawful gooder.
I like the phrase lawful good better.
And that's why I said what I said the other day in chat. And in Discord. But I will get to that eventually, maybe.
It's like when I say that we gotta do more good or better.
Yeah. I think we're waiting for Effie, but in regards to Torin, I did note that Torin did not answer the question. Can I ask it again, or are you gonna answer it, Marty?
I'm sorry, what was the original question?
Have you dealt with the Emerald Enclave before? Because you sort of dodged it, and I thought it was really good. But if you're not gonna answer it, I'm gonna notice it, and I'm gonna ask it again. And I'm asking you because you might have forgotten out of character.
No, I think his answer stands.
Okay, so after a brief silence, I say, "Have you then?"
I mean, I've definitely dealt with them before. If you spend any time at all in this city, you can't ignore them.
Paradin, what's your passive perception?
14, I believe.
Okay.
Let me just check.
So then,
yes.
yeah, around Torin's neck, you do see. You weren't really paying attention to it before either, for one reason or another. But when you ask that question, you do notice the necklace around his neck. And Torin, if you want to go ahead and describe exactly what he sees.
Yeah, so it's like a necklace that looks like a bunch of vines wrapped onto a little signet that I don't know how to describe that, but yeah, it's very clearly very naturey looking.
So, to be specific, because I just came up with this like 30 seconds ago, it's essentially a scale, like a balanced out scale that has vines wrapping from the base over to the arms. So it's very intricate and very detailed, but you would recognize it as the symbol for the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna notice it, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna hide my me looking at it though for like 5 seconds or so. So I don't know if Torin would notice me spotting it or not.
Probably.
Okay.
With his passive perception, passive wisdom, yeah, or passive insight, I'd say yes.
Yeah,
you'd probably notice.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything though.
Me either.
I'm gonna look around. If nobody is gonna take the initiative, I'm gonna look around. I'm with Ivar right now, and in fact, looking around, it's only for Thunder. Is Thunder up?
I don't know, Thunder. Are you awake?
I think so.
Okay. Are you still out on the balcony?
I mean, I already said something earlier in character.
Oh, yeah.
There you go then.
Because the cat left past me.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm sorry. So Thunder, what you doing today? Are we taking care of the ghost downstairs?
Thunder does not particularly care about the ghost. I guess that is that is somewhat the question. Is for the DM. I do have a personal obsession, but I feel like that would just split the party with like 12 simultaneous tasks.
If you want to roll a wisdom check to see if you are able to overcome said obsession and see if you're going to go with the party or go off on your own, you are welcome to do so.
Oh boy.
Out of character, I was sort of ready to go off on my own to do my own thing.
Right.
So I know I
just
don't know if
might-
that's good or not.
It just might be scary if Marty pursues the
Yeah.
emeralds, not Vale, and Batbeard is like getting beer for the bar, and you're doing your thing, and I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
That's a
We should talk,
terrifying
like,
dungeon master session.
Okay.
yeah, we
let's
should talk basically and just agree to do things
is-
properly. As characters, I should say.
see. Okay.
Well, I think we should definitely see where Thierry gets with his sources, because it might be more effective to get alcohol for the bar that way.
What was the other thing that we were gonna get? Oh, we were gonna try to find somebody who knows them. The ghost. Lif, was it?
Lif. We
Yes.
think it's Lif.
I think Keith is rolling wisdom right now.
He is. He is indeed.
Oh, these checks are good. I like these a lot.
So do with that as you will. Keith.
That's like almost too ambiguous.
Exactly. It's there.
He rolled a 10, didn't he?
There, and it's definitely bugging you.
I
was that
I have thing to check on.
There you go. Make a dexterity saving throw as you jump off the balcony.
Oh, we're in the first floor. Second.
No, you're on the second floor. Oh no.
Oh.
So you fall about 10 feet. So you take 2 points of fall damage as you
Jesus.
hit the ground, and you definitely didn't land right. That really hurt.
And here I thought all cats landed on their legs.
No one saw that. They have to run up to the fucking edge to see that. So performance check to recover.
Definitely ran to the edge.
Fucking
Oh, that's so cat all
graceful. No one saw anything.
That's so
Yes,
cat.
to
I'm gonna make
anybody
an
else
inside
who's
check there.
watching, perfect 3-point landing.
Yeah, the
Absolutely
exact moment everyone
Okay.
when everyone goes to the fucking edge to see what happened, it's all like
Yeah,
perfect, and I'm just quiet like. All right, thunder has vanished. Have fun.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. So
I hope you
go ahead
have.
and PM me exactly what you're doing here whilst you
Yeah,
basically run off.
This will be hard.
Okay.
I might
As
have to.
as
I might
see
have to
that-
read the tour guide of this area while you guys are role playing, so I can try to come up with where I'm going.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drag you. Oops. Yep. There. Let me fix that. I'm gonna go ahead and drag you onto this map here, Keith. I believe that dragged you on. I'm not sure. There we go. Because I can
He's still
split
here.
the party. He's not here anymore.
Oh, okay. So, so basically, just to recap, I asked him, I asked him the question about the ghost, and he just left. Basically, he said that and left.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna turn to Torin. And I'm gonna say, "What about you, Torin?"
Maybe we should take that cat up on its offer of joining the Emerald Enclave.
Oh, not me.
The other cat.
Yeah. The other cat. Yeah. Joining the Emerald Enclave. You want to just
going on this
join
way.
based on what a cat tells you?
Maybe not join, but maybe they at least have some work for us.
Effie, can you tell me where it is, the Emerald Enclave?
So you would
Word,
know pretty much exactly where it is. You would know. Let me see if I can find.
Can it
here.
be
Scroll
further
down.
south than the Yawning Portal, please?
So it is actually further south.
Oh, that's
it's
great.
nearby the southern ward,
Mhm.
somewhat south of the Colot Towers. There's a sizable compound, essentially, that houses the Emerald Enclave.
Okay, so Paradine is gonna look at Ivor, who just said that, work. And I'm gonna, affirm and just nod my head. And I'm gonna say, yeah, we could go there if Ivor is up for it. It's I want to check on the yawning portal on the way there.
Yeah, we need to find a brewery and a distillery.
Do we need Effie? Do we need to find it, or would we know? Would I know?
You'd probably need to find. Do you have proficiency with brewer's tools?
No, I have these other things, smith's tools.
Yeah. So then, no, you would not necessarily know.
Mhm.
On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and cut real quick to our friend here, Catman.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, what are you doing, Mr. Catman?
No, I'm trying to figure it out. I was just hiding my character around the corner so that if they come out, they don't just see me standing there.
Fair enough.
I don't know
could
this.
Also...
I don't know the city the way my character knows the city.
That's fair. That is very fair. Okay. So, I'm actually going to drag them directly to the map of Waterdeep, so that's fine. Just to make things easier. So, if you
Before
guys...
we leave, sorry, Effie. Before
right.
we leave, I'm gonna write down in one of my parchments in the front door. Let's see. I'm gonna put like a note up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna write down. We were headed. Oh well, I don't need to do it with that accent. We're headed to the Emerald Enclave. See you tonight? Question mark.
Okay.
I don't
Where are
know.
you putting this?
I'm putting it in the front door.
Okay. What language do you write it in, out of curiosity?
Common.
Okay. Just needed to double check that.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
I need to get one of the papers out. I wouldn't find papers lying around, would I?
Probably not. No.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
See, I told you I was doing the right thing, buying all this stuff.
All right. So, the note is on the front door, on the inside or the outside.
On the outside.
Okay. All right. So,
Neat. The local gold
In that
coin is
case-
a dragon.
indeed. Yeah. Speaking of which, actually, I have a handout for you guys. Art handouts. That's not it. Let me see if I can find it. It's left Waterdeep. Where is that bit of info? Supplemental player handouts. Waterdeep handouts.
Parchment. I wrote it in parchment just for
There we go.
reference.
All the various different forms of currency here within Waterdeep.
Oh, neat.
Ooh, that's nice.
Who doesn't want stabby currency?
Yeah.
So those larger ones are platinum. Then I believe the off goldish color electrum, brighter gold are gold.
The
Then,
tiny
of
ones are
course, you
called
have silver
the tiny
and then
copper ones are called nibs, and the silvers are called shards.
Yes. Although, good luck trying to get me to keep track of all that. So
Yeah.
gold, silver, platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brass
Sounds
is
fair.
tau, gold is dragon, platinum is sun, and there's the Harbor Moon Crescent. It's worth 5,000 nibs.
It's a lot of nibs.
It's a lot
It is a lot of nibs. Regardless, most things are going to be either in copper, silver, or gold.
Yeah. No.
If
no,
you find
in-
something worth platinum, my goodness, God help you at that point.
Do we just win the game?
No, it just means you're stupidly filthy rich, and you really, just, yeah. Anyway, regardless, so you guys are heading out to where exactly?
I was trying to get to the yawning portal to check on Yagra if she was there, see what's up, because we left yesterday morning without checking on her. I meant to, but I forgot.
Okay.
I'm going
Fine,
to
let's stop
accompany
him
him.
there. Yeah. Stop at the yawning portal. We can head to the trade district, maybe try to find a brewery, and then continue south.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So where you're going to the yawning portal first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is quite a distance to get back to the yawning portal, because last time you guys took a cart. Are you going to walk, or are you going to?
No, I'm gonna say to the team, maybe we should get a cart again.
Oh god. Oh god. I remember how this went last time.
Run anyone over.
immediately
I'm
on
gonna pretend
fire.
to be a really old. I'm gonna pretend to be a really old person, and be like, "Hey," to the first car that I see.
Make a performance check.
Mm-hmm. Here goes. Don't I get? I should get advantage, by the way,
Nope. You do
'Cause
not
I'm
get
old.
advantage. No.
because I'm old.
For a dwarf, you're how old
I'm
again?
old.
I'm 250.
Yeah, you're like midlife. You're
I
not
know.
old. You're not old at all.
Can I not invoke anime rules where if you are midlife you're already decrepit?
No.
Okay.
That's not how
Okay,
it works.
boomer.
So none of the carts even so much as bat an eye as you're just kind of walking out into the middle of the street, I presume, trying to catch people's attention. They just go around you.
with my staff in the air like, oh yeah.
You get a lot of odd
fail.
looks.
I'm
That's
gonna
about
make
it.
an attempt.
Oh god, here we go. Okay. Wait, hang on. What exactly are you trying to do here? Are you trying to do the same thing?
I'm trying to wave down a cart.
That would be a persuasion check, not a performance check.
But it's still charisma. That's
Is
just
it
changing.
Is it the same number, or do you still do you have the same bonus for persuasion as you do for performance?
Unless he's
Yeah, I
skilled.
do.
I'll take the 18 then. That's
Okay.
fine. So
Yeah.
you flag down a cart who seems to be a relatively poor-ish person who has just a couple of vegetables in the back. Yes, can I help you?
Excuse me, are you headed southward?
I am, yes, to the trade ward.
Oh, excellent. That's where we're going. Could I compensate you for a trip?
Certainly, that would be. I suppose I could do that. Yes. Where exactly are you headed?
Well, we're headed nearby the Trays ward.
Nice.
If I'm hearing this, I'm gonna say I'm gonna interject. It's actually a little bit further south, but we can go the rest on foot. Do you know where? Let's see. Let me zoom in over here. I'm trying to zoom in.
It's the intersection with Waterdeep Way.
Yes, I know. There I go, right through there to High Road, to the trade wards.
Oh, right there. Okay, I see. I see the yawning portal. I'm sorry.
I can drop you off there. Yes. How much do you offer him, out of curiosity?
I'm gonna offer since there's 3 of us, 3 silver.
Immediately, as soon as you offer up the 3 silver, his eyes go wide. It's like, yes, please hop in, and he'll gladly and very excitedly, though he's trying to hide it, take the 3 silver from you, and you guys are able to get in and be on your way.
I'm gonna deduct.
30 nibs.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna
for-
deduct.
for somebody like this guy. Like, he's very clearly like a poor farmer who probably came in from the North Gate, heading down to the
Okay.
trade ward.
I'm gonna deduct 1 silver from me, so I pay my share. I don't know if I need
Okay.
to give it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
So to the yawning portal then.
as opposed to the probably 2.5, maybe 3 hours of walking, it takes you about an hour or so to get down to the intersection, and then about 20 minutes or so to the yawning portal from there.
Mm-hmm.
So you make your way to the yawning portal.
I'm gonna look for Yagra.
Hang on,
Is it-
before we do that, I'm going to
Okay.
go ahead and switch over to our cat friend. What are you doing, cat friend?
Well, I was researching the different wards to try to figure out where it might have happened. So, for background for the audience and all that, I saw an item being handed off
Yes.
before the story started, and I've been obsessed with it. So I'm trying
That's
to think
correct.
of where that would be, and I'm guessing it was probably in the C ward because it's both where the rich and powerful live and where probably smuggling would happen.
Yes, so you probably
my-
would have seen it looking at the map here.
Otherwise, my backup plan is to just go to Yagra. Let's
It
see
would
if I
actually
can- if she
probably
knows
have been
anything.
more closer to the dock ward in this case, because it is because of the fact that the sea ward does have some of the more influential people. It would be slightly harder to smuggle things in as compared to the dock ward. So I would imagine it probably would have been, looking at the map here. Ironically, there is a road called Smuggler's Run. Go figure. Let's go with around there. So all the way on the opposite side of the city.
Well, then I have a
all day-
commute.
You sorry? What?
I was saying, well, then I have a commute.
You do. You do have a very long commute ahead of you. It will take you probably the better part of the day getting there on foot.
Well, then I guess I'll head for the main road.
Okay.
Try to find any kind of caravan. Got so many windows
Right.
open. So
And
many
you're
windows.
by yourself. You're gonna fail your roll.
No,
And
it's
gonna
even
be worse
easier.
than one.
It's easier than ever before.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, now he doesn't have people he has to worry about causing accidents and
I
things.
don't have a party that has to be seen.
I see. That's
So
cramp-
go ahead.
I was
If
cramping
you're
my
trying to
style.
flag down. Now, are you trying to flag someone down, or are you just gonna
No,
crawl into
I'm
a cart? or what are you
definitely
doing?
trying to spot a southern moving cart, and I'm gonna try to stealth onto it.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh, why do you like this rules?
Well, first you need to spot one that's heading south.
That's not
Okay.
hard. There's two directions on a road.
Well, you're kind of at. I assume since you headed to the main road, you'd probably be at the intersection between High Road and Delzarin.
I don't know. I can't see the map.
Oh, right.
I'm in our
Yes,
neighborhood.
give me a moment. Doo-doo-doo. There you are.
And also, a low perception check might allow you to
and
get the
I
on
crushed
car.
perception. I'm good.
Yeah. So you definitely see one that seems to be heading in the southerly direction. So you're just going to what? Try and run over and hop in?
I was gonna try to. Well, it depends on like the construction of the thing, but there's probably a way to hitch a ride.
There is a covered wagon heading down there. Yes.
I'm gonna skitch like I'm a skateboarder, except without the skateboard.
Oh no!
You could slide into the
beans.
luggage of an uncovered wagon, or you could just like hold on to the back of like a carriage that people are in or whatever that has like bad line of sight behind it.
Okay.
There's tricks.
So I'm gonna let you re-roll a new stealth check because you hadn't actually seen one yet. So
Okay. What?
okay.
Come on.
I mean that's better.
I know, but why?
So
this is like
you
the things
hop
I'm
on-
good at.
you essentially hop on and basically sit on the back step, essentially of the covered wagon, as it starts heading down south. So we'll see how far that gets you.
Yeah.
But for now, let's go ahead. Let's see here. After about an hour of travel,
A while.
going from Troll Skull Alley, you make it to about the crossroad for Selva Street and the High Road before it starts turning off.
Solmer Street and the High Road. Oh, it's like
Soldath and High Road.
it's turning
right
away
about here.
onto High Road. I mean,
It's
onto
turning off
Solmore.
into the Castle Ward.
Oh, what?
Right next to it.
Oh, Seldith Street. I thought you. Oh, I saw Solmore Street. I'm like, how did I only move a block in an hour? There's so many streets. That's some good progress. I'll just have to hop off
Okay.
and continue south and continue the strategy, basically.
All right.
If I
Go
see
ahead and
anything
try and
else.
roll another perception check. See if you
All
spot
right.
another one.
Motherfucker.
So there's probably a reason why the caravan turned off into the Castle Ward. As you see ahead of you, there are just people everywhere on the high road, just walking in various different directions, and you are essentially now getting caught in the center of it, as people have just started flooding out onto the road.
It's like Vegas. It's just a cloud of humans, and every car is mad.
Humans, half elves, dwarves, everything that you could imagine.
Oh
But
god,
you
is
are-
it because
you
of
are
the
basically
crash
stuck
we
in the
did
wall.
last time? Is it blocking traffic?
You have no idea.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to walk
Okay.
till I can see anything
So-
else to do.
Go ahead and make just a general dexterity check to see if you can push your way through efficiently through the crowds here.
All right, check.
Yep. Okay. You do manage to slowly start making your way through. It is densely packed, but not enough that it's hindering your movement too much. You're moving probably about 2/3 or so of your normal speed, just based on that check. So it is taking you a while.
Are all the buildings
As you-
end to end in this area?
More or less, yeah. There are some openings, but it's kind of... There's a lot of people coming from every direction, both through the alleyways and through just general doors that you can see from either houses or small businesses. So it's hard to say whether or not it would be better for you to take the main road or take a side road.
Oh no, I mean I'm just gonna climb up on the roofs.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
traverse alongside the road instead of on it.
Gotcha. All right. There are gaps, so you would either have to jump across. Now, these gaps are probably about 15 feet or so. So if you want to climb up there, you certainly can, but it would be an athletics check to try and jump the gaps.
Those gaps are like a problem, actually.
Yeah, but it will speed up your progress if you can successfully do this without falling to potentially your death, depending on how much damage you take.
He's gonna keep falling all day.
How fucking tall are the buildings?
Generally speaking, from the rooftops, it's about a 10-foot fall. However, there are some that are 2, even 3-story buildings.
Complexities.
Yeah, so they can be as high as like 35 or 40 feet up, depending.
All right. Well, no one accused
Isn't
me
that
of
too high?
restraint, but that's a little much. I'm gonna pivot to the Street of Bells.
Pivot to the Street of Bells. Okay. There is a gap you have to jump across from one of the buildings to make it there.
Well, I
So
mean,
I'd
like because you're
imagine
talking
right
about
now-
you're talking about it being so dangerous, so I'm probably not gonna climb the buildings at all.
Okay.
That's apparently have the chance of dying. Then I'd have to jump several times.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, the maximum fall damage for D&D is 20d6, so yeah.
Jesus.
That's the maximum.
I'm just gonna
1d6 for
try
every 10 feet you fall, it hurts.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving 50% faster is not worth dying.
Oh look, I rolled a bunch of ones.
I don't like those. Don't do that. You also rolled a bunch of
I can take-
sixes. Stop
Yeah.
demonstrating the way one of us will die this campaign.
No.
Falling down a bottomless pit? Yeah, probably.
Well, if it's
No.
bottomless, you don't die.
Okay, first time I do.
Checkmate.
Technically, you would, smart guy, because you would eventually die of dehydration or starvation.
I
Yeah,
guess that's like because you like days to come up with a solution. Though
Fair enough.
you eventually just cap
Alright.
out at terminal velocity, and your life's just kind of in a static state for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just very, very windy for a long time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, first thing I do when I get to the yawning portal is save the game and throw myself down the pit to see what happens.
And quick save and yeet.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Oh man, I actually should. I don't
Video
know if
game
it
logic
specifies
D&D
exactly how
campaign.
deep that hole is.
I would imagine
It's
it goes
probably- oh,
somewhere.
boy.
It'd be a
It's
weird
probably like
thing to not
a
come up
mile,
with any.
maybe.
It'd be weird if they didn't write anything about it.
Yeah. But if it's not climbable,
Oh wait, didn't
I mean,
he already
these
say where
fools
it goes?
yeah,
Yeah,
to the
it leads
underworld.
Yeah, it definitely
To
goes
the
somewhere.
Under
It definitely goes
mountain.
somewhere reasonable because a monster was able to climb out of it,
Yeah.
and he wasn't
I'm
that
just
tough.
checking to see. Brief description.
Otherwise, I could ask Yagra, and actually, I am thinking I should.
I'm just gonna keep heading south down the Street of Bells, and since I'm going so slow,
Oh, there it is. I
probably
found
have
it.
time to deal with the other people.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's find out what happens before we quick
No,
load.
no.
Oh no.
That's what happens. A lot of damage.
Yeah, I die.
You just jump down and take 14d6 points of damage.
That is death. Yes.
What's
Did
your
you
hit
say?
point total actually?
Did you say poison damage?
19. I could have had more if I.
Oh yeah, no, you're
what-
dead. You're
I
instantaneously.
could have
back.
survived.
What's
If
it
I had
like
taken
having
the
so
average-
much HP?
If I had taken the average, I would have 22, which means I would have survived by minus. I wouldn't have died basically.
Yeah, you would not.
I would have been in.
died. You
yeah, I
probably
would
would
have
have bled to death though.
Yeah, be unconscious.
Maybe
Regardless.
they're very caring down there.
Actually, don't I need to do a death saving throw?
Yes.
And if I roll a critical, I heal. Is that how it works?
So if you roll a natural 20 on a death save, you regain 1 hit point and are conscious.
Oh yeah. So I
If
might have
you
survived
roll
that.
a natural 1 on a death saving throw, you've instantly failed 2 death saves.
Yeah. Okay. So because we're save scumming effectively in a tabletop role-playing game, I promise. I promise that I won't throw myself down there when I have enough health.
Probably
It's
good
an
idea.
agreement. Yeah. Actually, that 41 could be a lot higher, because it's random. So yeah.
Yep,
Did I
it could
mishear
be-
you, or
it
did you
could be
say
higher
Did you say it was
be lower.
Did you say it was poison damage?
fall damage?
Okay.
Poison would be interesting.
Or in this case, 41 points of stupid.
I was gonna say what did you just reveal about the bottom of the pit?
Yeah.
I totally thought I heard
Only
poison.
that
I was
it's
like,
about
I was like,
140
what?
feet deep, but that's about it.
Oh, there you go.
That's a lot of feet.
mean,
well, they're not that
that
many
is a lot of
feet.
feet.
Ropes are like 100 feet.
Yeah. There's still
can
40
tie
feet
them.
of... That's still 4d6 damage that you would suffer.
We just tied 2 ropes together.
Yep.
We have
We're
ingenuity.
So, you guys
So-
have made your way...
You suffer
oh, sorry.
14 D1 of rope burn damage.
Yikes.
I have gloves.
One of these days, we're gonna have to tie up Andrew and slowly lower him down that pit as a scout.
Troll food!
He's the lightest.
Regardless, so Catchman, you are pushing your way off to the side alley. You were pushing to, what was it, Street of Bells?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's much less crowded here, for sure, compared to the high road. And, hey, look at that! That looks like a familiar caravan as it continues down the street.
Is it the same goddamn one?
Yes.
Swear
Very
to
much
God.
is.
Also, there's a place somewhere down along the way called Cat Alley.
There is.
Stealth check. Fuck.
Okay.
Where are the good
You-
rolls?
Jump on the back of it. You feel like you're relatively well hidden. You think.
And we continue on our way.
And you continue on your way.
All this happened because I jumped off without checking first.
On your way down, as you turn onto Waterdeep Way, it is turning left on from Waterdeep Way to High Road. Off to your right, down the street, you do see an overturned cart, which people are walking around.
The one from earlier?
You have no idea. Could be a
But
recent
I
accident.
thought
could
you said
be-
we were turning left onto High Road.
Yes. I'm saying you're turning left, so you're coming from the Street of Bells. Here, let me get my ruler out. You're turning from the Street of Bells, going down, and turning left.
Okay, yeah.
However,
That's what I
down the
thought.
right,
Ah.
you do see an overturned cart that people are walking around.
The party was a goddamn disaster.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
We're worse
Who was
than
it? Was he-
we're worse than the
was it?
actual things happening here.
Was it Andrew who did it?
Was it
that was
Andrew?
Ivar, I believe.
Was it?
Oh, it was Ivar.
Oh yeah.
Ivar rolled a natural 1, spooked the horses, and off they went.
I didn't even think about it when he tried the same thing today.
Yeah, there are
Could've-
bits of broken pieces of wood lining the street up until the overturned cart.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
So
milk
it
this
looks
ride
like
for what's it worth.
Things, yeah. It looks like there was definitely a path of destruction, to say the least. But you are continuing down High Road through the trade boards. At which point we'll go ahead and cut to everybody else here at the yawning portal. So, first thing you notice as you walk in, because it is still relatively early morning, because you guys probably would have woken up at about 7-ish, approximately.
Yeah.
You do see your friendly bartender and the barmaid sitting behind the counter. They do look up and greet you, but other than that, this place seems relatively deserted right now, aside from the odd person getting breakfast.
I still didn't write his name down yet. So
Still
what's his name?
Really? Durnan.
Durnan, yeah. Oi, Durnan. How's it going?
It's always slow in the morning. What can I get you?
The usual. Is anybody else having anything? I'm gonna turn to Ivar and Torin.
Oh, yes, I'll have a beer.
Breakfast sounds good.
Here already. All right. Well, your funeral. All right. One
This one's
beer,
silver, right?
one breakfast, I presume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Breakfast. You as well there, friend? As he kind of points over to you, Ivar. Or just a beer?
Some bread.
Simple enough.
Well,
I'll
you
be
have
right
to be
back.
fancy.
So he heads off into the back. So
I'll
at this
put a
point-
silver on the table. And I'm gonna look around to see if I see Agra.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Perception. Where
What
are
does
you?
your friend look like, Paradin?
She's an Afwork. She
Okay.
she likes to arm wrestle. I'll know her when I see her.
So off in the corner of the room, you do indeed see a very familiar head, question mark, of Jaeger Stonefist. What looks to be keeled over in a chair in the corner. And you can very clearly hear very loud snoring.
And I'm gonna point to her and I'm gonna say, and she seems to be skimping on the sleeping accommodations. And I'm gonna keep an eye on her and see if she wakes up while I have breakfast.
Okay.
I'll never get over the Swedish chef in the town town sound effect.
Yeah, it is very strange for sure. All right. But
He's the one reason we need to defend this city.
so
Do it
a
for
few
the
minutes
chef.
a few minutes later, Durnan comes back out with relatively decent beer and what looks like somewhat stale bread at this point. But breakfast is served in front of you. Bits of dried meat, a couple of baked potatoes.
I'm gonna share some choice parts with Ivar if you want, because I said it in character. Why do you have to be fancy? But I also meant it out of character, as in why didn't you just ask for breakfast? Why'd you ask bread?
Yeah. For the
My
those of
stomach
you who
was
are-
a little upset.
for those of you who are having breakfast and drinks, that's probably going to come to about a silver.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, I want to ask Durnan something.
Go right ahead. What do you ask?
Who's your supplier of wine and spirits?
No, that's a bit of an interesting question. I mean, they're mostly local companies, although we do have some of the imported stuff, as he points to the fire wine.
Ah, I see. So where do you get that?
I mean, generally speaking, they come to me, they ask me what I need, and it's just, there's a couple of breweries here. One of them, from what I've heard, somebody decided to break in, make a bit of a mess around the place, down nearby the trade ward, or the dock ward, rather.
So it's several
Isn't that-
suppliers, some from the docks and the trade ward.
Yep. They're various different places. Usually they're around the dock wards. It's a lot easier for them to transport the barrels to the ships that carry it.
Could you give me the name of the most major one?
Well, Oh, good. This is. Hold on a minute. Part of it.
I swear to God, if we just end up at the same place.
We better all night.
One moment. These are some weird names. Oh God. Trying to find a decent name for a brewery. There we go. One of them's down by the dockwards that goes by the name Brews Brothers. BREWS Brothers. This is common spelling for the second one there. And the other one, let me find the name of this here.
Bruce Brothers is the one on the docks, right?
That's one of the ones on the docks, yes. There is another one as well. There we go. The other one is the Peabody Brewery.
Peabody?
Yep, the Peabody Family Brewery.
And that is also located on the docks?
Yes. To be specific, he does give you a more precise address for that one. Fishgut Alley in the dock wards.
Fishgut Alley. Excellent. Thank you so very much.
Durnan, did you say there was a break-in?
Hey, yeah, no, somebody showed up in their house. They ran off to get the guards and they disappeared.
This isn't the Bruce Brothers, right?
No, that was the Peabody Family Ale he's talking, or
Okay.
Family Brewery.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They supply me with most of my my beer here, as he kind of pats one of the barrels behind him. But yeah, no, most of this stuff is imported or made here. Like I said, the Brews Brothers are responsible for these four right here, and he points to them.
Somewhat distressing, by the way, that no part of that gossip involves them finding a tunnel to Lovecraftian horrors. I don't think that the guards found that.
You don't know.
It's only Lovecraftian when there's
tentacles
in there. Yeah.
Tentacles and portals is like the two things.
Well, regardless. Anything else you'd like to know?
Oh, no, that's excellent. Thank you very much.
Actually, out of curiosity, why are you asking anyways? It's not often somebody asks about where I get my stuff.
I'm gonna give an Ivor a nudge with my elbow, like sideways, but not look at him or anything. I'm just that I'm doing that.
We're throwing a very big party. It's a one-time thing.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Definitely not opening up a competitor to your business or anything.
Yeah, I didn't trust Bat to not splurt it out.
Durnan kind of leans over the bar, rather close to you, and squints.
Real power move.
I've not been in this business for as long as I can remember, and not learned how to pick up on when somebody's bullshitting me.
Roll for initiative.
So I'm going to ask that you be honest with me, or you can get out of my bar.
Darnan, can you get me a glass of water, please?
You can wait. He's just kind of leaning over it and looking at Ivar.
Well, as a matter of fact, we inherited this place up by Troll Skull Alley. It's very far from here, and
there's a ghost in it, okay? And the ghost talks to cats, and you wouldn't believe it. So
Make
what
a deception
do you want?
check.
I
Is
want
he
him
even trying to deceive him? I think this is what
Yeah.
Paradin believes.
He is absolutely trying to deceive him because he is. I don't think ever seen this ghost talk with a cat.
I was gonna say I don't want him to believe me, so I want to make the story sound as less plausible as possible. And I rolled a
Okay.
1 because he doesn't talk to cats. I know he doesn't. I was just that's
Well, with natural 1, Jordan rolled a 5, so he still beats you, and he just kind of looks at you and just face palms and it's just, oh, you people.
You wouldn't believe me, right? What do you want him to tell you? That there's a ghost that talks to cats. Well, get me a glass of water. A big
Look,
glass of water.
Look, I know the place you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, they're far enough away that it won't impact my business. But I hope you realize that setting up a place like this, and he kind of looks around, it's not exactly cheap, you realize. There's a lot of bureaucracy and a red tape that I had to go through to get this place up and running in the first place. Especially with this damn large hole here.
I just want my water, really. I don't know what you're talking about. The ghost doesn't want holes or bureaucracy. Get me a glass of water. How much for the glass of water?
On the house. At which point he just slams down an empty mug.
I'm gonna look into the mug. Where's the water?
It's empty.
What?
There's a well out back.
I don't need your well. I got my own water. And I'm gonna take my water skin and I'm gonna get up and head towards Yagra.
Okay. Yagra's still passed out, slumped over the table.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna continue the conversation, or if because my intention with this nonsense is to actually defuse the situation. So I don't know if I did it or not with that. I should have done it with a natural 1, but whatever.
You definitely did something.
Okay.
Give Durnan a sympathetic look, and I follow Paradin.
Durnan just
Okay,
kind of looks at you and just kind of nods in a thankful manner. And just kind of looks back over at Ivar. Now see, what's that so hard?
Well, I had a conflict with my friend here. He didn't want me to say.
Right. Regardless, enjoy your food. I'm gonna go work on the other side of the bar. As he kind of just walks over to the other side and starts cleaning the bar.
I'm gonna go work over here.
Over there.
And he leaves
I'm
you
gonna-
to your own devices.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna go towards Yagra and I'm gonna shout, "Oi, big girl!" And I'm gonna sit down in front of her. Like, is she on a table or what? What's going on?
She slumped over the table.
Okay.
Very loudly snoring.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shout over her. Like, everybody in the tavern is probably gonna hear me, so I'm gonna shout as loud as possible. And just as I sit down, "Oi, big girl!" As I put the water skin in front of her. So,
I would like you to go ahead, make a charisma check for me.
a charisma check.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I'm very charismatic.
Okay. There is a snort. Yeah. What do you want?
It's been a while since we had a little bit of arm wrestling. You had a fun night?
Maybe a bit too much of one.
You got some water over there if you want to cure the hangover.
No. Just give me another drink. I'll be fine.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, "Oi, barkeep, get me another drink."
Then it kind of looks over. All right. Be right there.
And I'm gonna pocket the water skin.
Okay.
Is she waking up or is she just still slumbering?
Yeah, she's basically picked herself up and is kind of leaning against the post behind her,
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say,
rubbing her temple.
"Me and my friends here saw you have some trouble." Well, actually, wait. No, they didn't. So I'm just gonna say, "I saw you have some trouble the other day. Well, when a troll showed up. Did you see that?"
Yeah. I remember.
What was that all about?
They part of the rival faction that's been messing with us for a while.
The Zentarim?
No, not the Zentarim.
No, wait. Is she the Zentarim or is she the Zana?
She's part of the Zentarim.
Oh, sorry. What's the other ones?
Or rather, she's been hired by a Zent negotiator.
Yeah, right. So the other one were the Xanathar. That's the one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say the Xanathar, the goons from Xanathar.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard
What?
there was a bit of a scuffle a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah, you could say that.
One of our storehouses.
Yeah, we had a run-in with them a couple of times.
So I've heard.
Do you know what they were up to?
No, unfortunately not.
Are you still working for the Zents?
I mean, yeah, not right now. Not in my estate.
No, I can see that. What's your plans for them?
For what?
For working for them again?
I mean,
For
I'm
the
still
Zentarim.
working for them. I'm still for hire.
Would you mind dropping me a line if you get hired by them again?
I'm sure I could do something like that, yeah.
I'm set up in Troll Skull Alley, in the Troll Skull Manor, up in the North Ward, is it? Effie?
That old haunted place.
Oh yeah, it's haunted, all right.
You got stuck with that piece of junk?
Yeah,
I wish you luck up there.
yeah, it's kind of tricky, but we'll make do.
Now, pardon me, but who's your friend here?
Who's she
I
looking
don't
at?
think that we've met before. Name's Torin.
Yagra. She'll hold out a hand.
I take it. Pleasure to
Okay.
meet you.
Make a strength check for me. Real quick. Okay. You can feel her squeeze. It's not like a... As far as you can tell, it's not really so much a hostile squeeze. It's just she's trying to gauge you, essentially. But you
It's
do...
the nice squeeze.
It doesn't hurt, but there is definitely a lot more pressure than you were expecting.
Interesting.
But you do manage to mostly resist it, although your hand is a bit sore after. Right. Well, good to meet you, I suppose. Friend of Paradins, are you?
I guess you could say that.
That doesn't
We've been
sound
getting
very
into trouble
reassuring.
together.
That sounds like him.
It does, doesn't it? I'm gonna get up and get ready to leave.
I follow him. Good day to you.
And you. Oh. Barkeep, where's my drink? Vernon's just in the back. Just all right, hold on.
I didn't pay, by the way. I did not pay.
Okay.
But like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just saying that I asked for a beer or for a drink.
I figured.
You didn't pay for your empty water.
No, I paid for my own. I paid for my stuff, but I just didn't pay for the beer here, basically
Okay.
for her beer
All
or
right.
whatever drink she's having. Because I specifically said another drink, as in the barkeep
Yeah.
knows what. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ivar, you're still at the bar, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay. You still have your mostly eaten stale bread in front of you.
Yep.
Are you going to join the other two as they
I
before they're
am.
heading up?
I'm gonna pay for my stuff.
2 copper. for your piss for your bit of bread. But
He's living the cheap life,
yeah, very.
min-maxing and all that. I don't eat breakfast. I eat bread.
So, as you guys leave, cut to Catman. What are you doing, Catman?
man.
Cue the. We need to get like theme musics for all this and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
That's expensive
cat
very
trap.
quickly.
At this point, you've probably made it down halfway through the trade ward. So around Telshambra Street, around there. Before the cart would have stopped.
So it stopped at Telshambra Street. So like right,
Approximately,
so
yeah.
right on the border of like the dock ward.
Yeah. Essentially the border of the just transitioning area. Because it would have turned down the Way of the Dragon down to about here.
The Way of the Dragon. Oh, we're right back at the hideout where I almost got arrested.
Yep.
Where
You're
there's the highest density of guards that might be after me. It's a good thing I've got this trusty hood that completely anonymizes me like Altair. Then it totally
are you
works.
going to go ahead and do that as you walk down?
What? No, well, I'm always going around with my hood drawn because I'm a wanted criminal. That's just in general.
Fair enough. Make a general stealth check for
It's
me.
just generally helpful if
As you
people
walk through
don't know
the
what I look like.
doors. Let's see if somebody knows you. Okay. You're
That's,
walking amongst
that's
the crowds.
better than most passive perceptions.
Yeah. Yeah,
which
it is.
the best they can muster usually.
Yep. So you are managing to walk through, seemingly unnoticed by some of the occasional guard who's keeping an eye out.
As I head to some of my old haunts for smuggling in the dock ward, which I definitely, as the player, can definitely name off the top of my head so well.
Ironically,
Ironic what?
Ironically, right nearby Smuggler's Run, all the way by the southern gate.
Coincidentally.
Oh yeah, it is just Smuggler's Run down there.
Yep. Yeah, you are vaguely familiar that there's like a little section.
Yeah. I've got tracked down. I guess it's the southern ward, huh?
Yep.
Or that's where I am at the
dock
moment.
ward is southern ward. It's kind of a
It looks like it cuts off at the Way of the Dragon. Between the two.
ish. Yeah. It probably more cuts off like here, because there are still a couple of docks here.
No, I mean everything.
Oh, you mean everything
I'm saying
south of the Way
everything
of the Dragon,
east
or
of
to the-
Way of the Dragon is the southern ward, and everything west is dock ward.
Yeah.
You can see the color difference in the map.
Yeah.
It's really not great contrast though.
No, it's really not. But
I'm still
Yeah.
on my big trek towards wherever
Yep.
he remembers seeing the handoff, because he's going to be searching for information.
yeah, for the purpose of this, I'm gonna say it's probably another hour and a half or so as you're walking through, because you are trying to be somewhat inconspicuous.
All in a day's cardio.
So you come to around let's see here, what are the street names here? Around Nag Street. The intersection between Nag Street and Tower Trail, where you remember vaguely seeing the handoff.
Next, next, there we go.
Yep, Nag Street and Tower Trail.
There you go. Gotta draw a little book for context.
Well, it's more like right about there.
Ah! How could you do this to me?
I'm the DM.
Everything's falling apart.
That's how I can do things to you. I'm the DM.
It's such a good drawing of a book now.
Sure.
Oh god. It's fine. It's an evil book. That's why it looks like that.
Okay, then. So
have I arrived there already?
yes, after about an hour and a half or so. Yeah, I would say.
God
then, yes,
damn.
you are.
Look at me crossing the whole town in one day. We have
I mean, it took you about 5-ish
that
hours.
is the worst pairing of obsession and home location for the city.
Yeah. No, it's not exactly a very convenient location for
No.
sure. Like, this is a really big city. Crossing from end to end takes a long time.
Why am I like this? Alright, so I'm going to... Sorry, it's hard. You gotta, like, conjure up an entire scenario from scratch.
I think this actually might be to scale. Now that I think about it, with this ruler. Here.
Yeah, I think the ruler knows how much distance is being covered, which is impressive.
Yeah, let me actually double check something real quick for them, because I can see the exact.
This game passes the test that most video games don't pass, which is having a map that has a scale.
Wow. Yeah, 70 pixels is 302 feet.
Boom.
Damn. Okay. Then I actually would be able to calculate exactly how long it would take going from end to end. Give me a moment.
For reference, everybody is 11 feet tall in the yawning portal.
So
What?
going from one end to the other.
You just measure the people in the map?
I'm measuring the people and they're very tall. There's a 12-foot lady up here.
Oh my gosh.
So let's call it 18,000 feet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're committing, huh?
Moving at a speed of 30 feet around.
Also, feet are the measurement of Satan.
What?
Satan uses feet.
300 feet a minute.
Literally, I guess. Just end to end.
I don't understand feet very well.
Feet across America.
Huh. That does not seem right to me.
It might not be
At
to scale. Maybe it's lying.
No, this would be to scale.
I mean, how many miles
made by
long is
wizards.
this town supposed to be?
A lot less than I thought, apparently. Because from end to end, it's about like, the actual map here is only 25 some odd thousand feet across. 26,000.
That's still like 5 miles, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
about.
That'll take you a couple of hours.
A
on
character
straight
can
line.
travel 300 feet a minute. Because it's 30 feet around.
Yeah, it's
Around
like
is about
5 miles.
6 or sorry, yeah, 6 seconds to it. So yeah,
So walking
only
across the
takes-
entire town will only take a few hours
yeah.
on foot.
However,
You're
it
saying
is
that
still
a
very
character's
busy.
walking speed is 17.6 miles an hour. Or something like no, that can't be right. I can't math.
We're getting
See, this is why
we're getting-
feet are the measurement of Satan.
We're getting dangerously close to game theory territory right now.
Yeah, no,
You see, Mario's 8
It's-
pixels tall, so
You see, in Game of Thrones, everybody's a giant. That's why they can walk so
well,
fast.
again, this is using your base movement speed, which is 30 feet. You're not always moving at 30 feet around, so you're probably walking. Yeah, it'll probably take you a couple hours to get across the city.
Let's stick to the canon of the city being bigger than it might be.
Either way,
I mean, if you
Point
think
is-
about it, these are all like just a bunch of like blocks, and there's just not that many blocks in the entire town vertically. Like
yeah,
you'd get
this is definitely
around pretty far.
like a grid system for sure.
Yeah,
Like you're basically
very,
looking at New York. And
Very
how they have
uncharacteristic of medieval times,
Yeah. Well,
historically speaking. This is fantasy.
this is
so.
yeah, it's fantasy.
Yeah.
But regardless, it does take you about half the day to get down to the area that you're at right now.
it was a very lazy cart.
Well, when you consider the fact that going on a cart may actually be slower than going on foot because of the amount of people that are going back and forth. Yeah.
I get to avoid
At least
those.
you didn't get
I get to
tired.
avoid those dangerous exhaustion points.
Yeah.
That is true.
All that happened.
So, how exactly are you going about looking around for this item here?
Let's see. Well, I do have my criminal contract. Criminal contact. For being a smuggler. So I've probably got some people I can check with that might know
Yeah,
a
you
thing
would-
or two around this area.
You would know a couple of people around here, yeah. And you'd know how to get a hold of them.
Well, then let's try that.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Right? God damn.
Okay. So you
How do I
head over
survive?
to I don't know. You head over to one of the areas you know some of the contacts that you've met before. Where they usually hang out, and you keep an eye out, but You see people walking, a couple of guards walk by. No contact.
Then we're just gonna have to do a few more searches around the area.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
As
if you're
time
gonna
just
be
whittles
continuing on.
away.
Because this is the most likely area where they would have been. If they're not here, you're gonna have to start looking in depth.
The numbers, they
Not a
only
natural
get
one.
smaller.
So you look around for another hour or so, and you're still not finding anybody. No hints, no occasional glance from anybody, nothing. You don't see anybody familiar, despite looking in all the right places.
All right. Do I remember where the handoff took place?
Yes, at the corner of Nag Street and Tower Trail, as I mentioned before.
So what if I investigate for any... Ah, shit. I'm not going to find footprints. That's ridiculous.
Not at this point, no. Absolutely not.
I can't track the person.
I mean,
I'm not,
okay,
I'm,
let me
I'm not a
rephrase it. You
ranger.
can find footprints, it's just not the ones you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, so many footprints.
Yeah.
They'll take me straight to guards.
You might be able to track it. It's still just a check. I don't know what it would be. Survival, maybe?
I mean,
It would be
I'm
a
not
really
a
high
tracker.
survival DC. Yeah.
That would be like basically I'm magic tracker.
Yeah, you'd have to roll something like a 30 or some ridiculous number to find it after that long.
Double checking my spells real quick. Yeah, these are irrelevant. All right, putting that deck away.
The color of
I'm not a ranger or a druid, so I don't have a lot of special tricks. Andrew has the goddamn magic find people device that only gets used once, so I don't have that.
You would use it?
Maybe.
Oh, that's...
Damn the consequences.
Yeah. I mean, if it solves your character's storyline,
he's lucky I never tried to steal it. Actually, I'm
You guys are
really
stealing from each other.
Oh, there's the guy. There it is again.
I am very low on. Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of special tricks or devices or spells.
Not that can help you in this instance.
No.
No.
I'm just gonna have to keep searching around like a lame-o as more
I mean, there
day
is
goes
technically
by.
a way you could make this easier, but whether or not you do it is a question. I'm not going to give you the info for it. That's up to you to
incredibly
come up with
risky.
it.
I see you paging through my character sheet
I do.
as it forces me to look at you paging through my character sheet because this game's weird. You're reading all my
Checking what
spells.
you have. Yeah. Look through all your spells.
That's really
your shitty
unnerving that
yellow
you
eye.
can just control my character sheet and I have to watch.
Okay. I really should just make a copy next time around. That's too much effort. Regardless. So, besides, it's funnier as I look through your character sheet.
Yeah.
It's kind of ominous.
You just reach over, pick up my character sheet as the DM and page through it. And I'm like, what's happening?
I'm sorry, you don't have control over this anymore. Pardon me.
In real life, that'd be even better.
I mean, there are instances where
Yeah.
that can happen, and it's terrifying when it does.
Yeah.
Well, since my obsession is mostly just leading to me failing to find things for hours, you might have to go back to them.